I want to go to Senator John Kennedy right now, Republican of Louisiana. Senator, has the president ever called you or said, I hope we can do in the Senate what they're doing in the House? That's more to my liking, not what you guys are doing.
The president has not called me. I can just give you my perspective, Neil, on this whole thing. I do not believe that there will be another coronavirus bill before the election, maybe not even this Congress, for three reasons. Number one, Speaker Pelosi does not want a bill. Number two, Speaker Pelosi does not want a bill. And number three, Speaker Pelosi does not want a bill. Now, I understand that she says...
So what is she doing now? If she doesn't want a bill, and she has all these talks with Mnuchin, what's the real deal?
Well, if I could finish my thought, I understand that she says otherwise. And certain members of the press parrot everything she says. They suck it up like a Hoover Deluxe. But she doesn't want a bill. And if you think otherwise, all you have to do is look at her interview with Wolf Blitzer on another network. You know as well as I do that people in Washington have to be judged by what they do, not by what they say. Why doesn't she want another bill? I can only give you my opinion. She thinks it will help President Trump. She does not like President Trump. She is angry at President Trump. You can only be young once, but you can always be immature. I would like to see the Speaker put aside her feelings, fill out a hurt feelings report, and let us pass another bill to try to help the American people. We tried again today.
By that definition, Senator, by that definition, then, Steve Mnuchin is a fairly smart man. The Treasury Secretary of the United States continues to talk to her, exchange ideas with her. Is he being duped?
Yes, I think so.
So if you were Treasury Secretary Mnuchin, would you stop it? Would you say no more talks? Let's give it a rest.
I think that Stephen and Mark, Chief Meadows and Secretary Mnuchin, both of whom are exercising the patience of Job, are doing their very best to keep these talks alive. But the American people are not morons. They've been watching this gamesmanship go on for 2 months. The Speaker doesn't want a deal, and she doesn't want a deal because she thinks it'll help the president. I wish she would put her personal and political feelings aside, but she's not going to do that.
You don't think she's feeling pressure from some of her more moderate members, many of them 40 strong, who are in this, the president won handily at least 4 years ago, are worried that they've got to have something to show their constituents?
Well, I watched the interview that I just alluded to with Mr. Blitzer on a competing network. Does Speaker Pelosi in that interview look to you like she cares about what anybody else thinks? She doesn't to me.
I don't watch the other. You know what, Senator? I don't watch the other networks. I only watch this one. I don't know what it is.
I was just.
You don't get. You should demand. But let me ask you, Senator.
I was just flipping channels.
Where does this go? I know, that's fine. It happens. But let me ask you about where things stand now with the Senate measure. It's a $500 billion measure. Obviously, just parliamentary-wise, the vote's certainly not there in the first round. So I'm just wondering where this goes. Is there going to be any aid at all before the election? I think it's safe to say from what you've been saying, no. Am I right?
Well, I hope I'm wrong. But I could lie to you and continue to play the game, but I'm not going to do that. Let me say it again. Speaker Pelosi.
We're not going to see a package. In your opinion, we're not going to see aid relief before the election.
In my opinion, Speaker Pelosi is not going to agree to anything before the election because she thinks it'll help the president.
All right. Senator Kennedy, thank you very, very much.